Hello to my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Scorpios, let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. All right, Death card. Here we have the Queen of Cups. Here we have the Five of Wands. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Here we have the Six of Pentacles and the Dame of Swords. I've already prayed over your cards. The moon is in Pisces. And so we're right there in between that full moon phase and the last quarter moon phase. So let's see what's in your cards. Here's the Death card. So somebody's trying to empty themselves out of, empty yourselves from, just kind of a way of thinking and trying to move on to the next side of things. Here we have the Queen of Cups. You're learning how to be more compassionate towards yourself, like really learning how to pour into yourself. And it seems like that's been a battle for somebody. Like every time you want to, nurture yourself, something else is calling you. It's almost like somebody is stuck in just almost purgatory. It's so busy being an overgiver that it's hard for you to learn how to be in receiving mode and pouring into yourselves first. But part of it is just wanting to be accepted by a lot of people. It's like you just got to keep giving. You ever hear those people, Scorpio, is always saying, I'm always giving to people, and I never really take the time for myself. And like somebody got to tell you to sit down and stop hosting every little thing and stop doing for everybody else. That could be generational, that was passed down. So if you saw mom and dad doing it, or grandparents always hosting and doing everything for everybody else, that could have been something you inherited. So it's just saying you want to make sure you pour into yourselves first. Make sure your cup is full first. Sit on your throne, pour into you. So that way you can know when, you can recognize when other people are burned out or stressed out or whatever the case may be. You'll be able to pick up on their mood, emotions, their attractions, their whatever. Here we are, the Ten of Pentacles here. So I definitely see a very rich legacy for you that sources bringing you into, just because you're learning how to live a much softer life. Here we have the Dame of Swords here. So adjust your crown. Adjust your crown. Yeah, if you're always doing for everybody else, you almost putting people. You're creating you're creating some toxic relationships, because people are gonna almost expect for you always. I mean, they get mad that you don't do something for them first, and that because they're so used to it. So it's always a bait and switch. So, and you feel like, okay, you feel bad that you're not always doing something for somebody else. So, yeah, so sources say you're going to stop that. That's the Death card. That's going to end. You're going through a very powerful transformation right now. So, you're a hardworking person, and so sources, that's going to be your first order of business. Is find out what where that emotional wounding started, of feeling like I'm left out of something. Like, why do I feel like I'm left out of a vault? Why do I feel like I'm left out of something? That's where it's going to first start. It's like, if I'm a hard-working person, I feel like I'm left out of something. Here we have the Page of Cups here. So somebody has some good news coming across their path, but you're definitely heavy on a lot of people's minds, so source is saying to you, some of the energies you're leaving behind, and just leave them behind because of their immature way of thinking. Here we also have the Two of Pentacles. So, and they're masking some kind of pain, like living above their means. In other words, somebody that you left behind, they living beyond their means, and masking something. So, but for you, you're looking for a healthy work-life balance, and that's what Source wants you to do, is start looking for a healthy work-life balance. But you have to start learning how to keep some people out of your vault door. Everybody should not have access to your emotions, because everybody won't be able to handle your emotions. Some people, they take what you share with them, and they're going to immaturely just go run off and share with everybody else, and spill the beans, but some people, because and they're gonna spill the beans because they want so part to be a part of something. They're gonna just start. You part of the conversation. You told them something. They're gonna tell somebody. It's like for them, it's hard to hold on to something because they know some information, and it'll mess up your legacy. So Source is saying to you, instead of having an internal battle about some things, just get to the other side, to the rebirth side. You don't even have to be stuck in the middle in purgatory. You can get to the other side and just say, okay, if I pour into myself, if I keep my water filled, and I pick up on their vibration of that, if I share a little bit with them, they're going to take it and run and spill the beans, then I've already tested that and already know, okay, I can't tell them because they tell every little thing. They can't hold water. right? So I don't even need to be at war with myself. I just need to move more strategically. I just need to move a little bit more strategically. So here we have, that's going to be your breakthrough right there. So you don't even have to drive yourself crazy. Do the mirror work, keep your water full, and you'll be able to pick it up just like that. You'll know exactly who you can tell stuff to, right? Since we're talking about water, we're talking about sexuality, sensuality, we're talking about creativity, we're talking about emotions, intuition, all those things. If you're dealing with somebody who is equally as mature, they're like, oh, okay. I mean, whatever. They don't even care. I mean, that's not that they don't care. That's not something they're too mature to even talk about that. But if you're dealing with somebody who's immature and they so desperate to be a part of something, they can't wait to go tell somebody they want to be a part of. Oh my God, I just found out such and such. I just found out. What they find out? I found out somebody was depressed or something like that. That's an emotion, right? Like the mood or whatever. I found like somebody suffered from depression, or I found out that somebody had they had a relationship with the same sex, or they had they can't wait to go tell because they want so bad to be a part of a discussion. They want to be a part of something so bad. So it's just saying to you, you're going to have to recognize that. Like, if you don't keep your water filled first because you're so busy racing around trying to be the host or the hostess with the most or the mostest, so it's just saying you're going to have to pay attention. Like, somebody going to have to pay attention. So it's not an internal warfare. If you it's like, okay, the old bait and switch. I don't know if I should have said that I don't know. You're going to have to clear your water out so you'll know who is who. It'll be so crystal clear. Some people will never tell your business. Some people never tell your business because it's like, okay. I mean, some people just know. It's just kind of understood. You tell them certain things. It's like, okay. They'll go right into protecting your water for you. Then some people, they can't hold water. So you're going to have to know the difference between the two. There it is. Moving forward. Your high priestess energy is going to have to kick in. So, in other words, get from around toxic people. There it is. As much as you can. Here we have the hanged one. So, yeah. So, somebody's learning how to hang in there with themselves. And on this rebirth side. Because that's how a lot of people miss their soulmate. That's how people miss their soul community. That's how people miss their twin flame. They miss a whole lot of they miss a whole lot of blessings in their life because they don't keep their water full. They're so busy pouring into everybody else that they don't even realize people are pouring toxicity back in their cup, and that's what they're drinking, that poison. So that's what I feel like somebody didn't even see. People were masking their pain. They were masking their pain by going around telling everybody's business. All they did, somebody was just missing it, just because they're so busy pouring into everybody else's cup. So, but you won't miss it again. That you won't miss again. So you have a sea of, see this water right here? Somebody's taking a leap of faith. You have a sea of opportunities. A sea of opportunities that lie ahead for you. So you're going to get away from them people fast, quick, fast, in a hurry. Your third eye is so wide open, it's not even funny at this point. It's wide, like boing, yoing, yoing, wide open, right? So you're not looking for people's acceptance and their approval anymore. Somebody spent a lot of time doing all of that, but not anymore. Not anymore. So, not anymore. It was certain things I feel like somebody wanted to be a part of in their personal and their professional life, and they worked hard to be a part of certain things. Maybe masking some other kind of pain, wanting to be a part of whatever, but not anymore. That's that rebirth part. Wanting to be a particular part of a particular type of society or whatever. See this? And I'm saying this right here. Wanting to be a part of, like I said, masking something. Feeling left out of, wealthy, this, or a part of the conversation, or whatever the situation was. Somebody's like, Because when you don't keep looking at the cards, when you don't keep your water filled, and you can't keep the vibration of sound, the inflection in people's voices. Some people are motivated by what they think is gossip, good, salacious gossip about somebody. They can use it against them later. So as I said, if you don't pick up on that when they're talking about somebody else and not realizing that they're going to say the same thing about you, whatever they know about you, then it's going to be hard for you when you come across people who will not gossip about your information. And they could be the one, in love, in business, in friendship, or whatever. you be so contaminated because you spend so much time around immature spirits that like to run their mouth because they want to be a part of some kind of conversation. They want to be in the know about some stuff. Just keep running to and fro, like in the book of Job, like just running to and fro. Source is saying somebody's intuition is it kicked into high gear now. So here we have the Seven of Cups. So when you're tempted to vibrate on a lower frequency and you see how people move, when you see like that, because usually on that card it's like a snake energy. You're not calling anybody a snake, because a snake is Kundalini experience. That's rebirth. That's a call to action. You seeing people move like that, they sitting around, they like, oh, did you know so and so about such and such? Did you know such and such about so? Oh, they exposing people, judging people, talking about bones and skeletons in other people's closet. That's when you're gonna say, okay, I need to get up from this, because I already know if I share anything about myself, it's gonna be the same kind of conversation. You're gonna feel very fortunate. You're going to feel very, very fortunate because it's overwhelming for people. But let somebody create some kind of an emotional bond. Right? I'm putting these two cards right here together. Somebody creates some kind of an emotional bond and you start to believe. These two cards right here bring out the Zodiac sign Pisces, which the moon is in Pisces, and it's the I believe sign. If you believe that people are masking something, like smiling in people's faces and talking about them behind their back, because you have witnessed them talking about other people behind their back, basically like as long as people are levels below them or they got so much dirt on other people that they basically judging them and they can feel like they can keep people levels below them just being very low vibrational, that's when you're going to get the heck out of Dodge. That's when you're going to say, Scorpio, oh, nah, I don't want to be attached to this. They like looking down on people. They like, finding out people's dirt. They like judging people by their past. They like all of that. I don't want to be around these people. Nope, do not want to be around them. So here we have King of Pentacles. It's going to make you very wealthy because time is money. Somebody's saying, you know what, I can do something better with my time. I can do something better with my time. That's when the conversation ends. Here we have High Priestess twice. Yeah, so I feel like Source is going to put you in the High Priestess community, like with helping you to sharpen your gifts. Really helping you to sharpen your gifts, right? So that you can really be able to pick up on that energy and learn how to take your power back from that black magic. Like that spell work that people put on people. They like meaning that the more time, like being fixated on the more time I spend around people, I can take it, and you don't even realize you're under a spell. You don't even understand. You don't even realize you're under a spell. So you're moving on in childlike faith. Yep, somebody is taking a leap of faith, and you do have an ancestor that's basically like passing the baton, saying, "Here's some more water." You've been drained enough. You've been around people for years and years and years. You have just been drained, being around certain energies. So here's some more water for your new journey. And so Source is putting somebody in a community of energies that are highly intuitive and not afraid of their intuition. Or putting you at least somebody, a person, you and somebody together, or you're going to feel very fortunate. But both of y'all are going to have to move strategically, because at some point people have said that both of y'all, like both of you and somebody felt restricted. Like people, you didn't know what you saw when you looked in the mirror. Like you didn't know your gifts. You didn't know how powerful your intuition was. So, or else you would have seen people masking their pain. Them feeling like they want to be a part of something. They didn't have enough money. They weren't creative enough talent. They weren't creative enough to create something for themselves. So they had to be a part of this and be a part of that. Listen, everybody's not trying to be a part of something. Some people have accepted that they're strong enough. I mean, like for real, some people is like, they'll be a part of what? Once they see certain things, they're like, oh, I want to be a part of that. I'm good. I can create a life. And so they move on from those things. It doesn't mean that they have low expectations. It doesn't mean that they have failed at anything. They see that there's a price to pay to be a part of that they're not willing to pay that price to pay for that, right? Water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. Some people don't want, it's sickening to be around certain types of energies, for real. Like, it's just sickening. Mask wearing, see this mask right here? People who are constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses, always in debt all the time, always, like I said, can't afford to pay. They never have anything for anything. It's always just like, but all they have is a bunch of um, toxins they can hang over other people's heads. That's all they have. But anything else, it's always some kind of chaos and confusion going on. So it's like, no, you don't want to be connected to those energies at all. So here we have nightmare, because they're a nightmare. And they run around creating nightmare for everybody else. So here we have the ace of just hurt people who hurt other people. So yeah, you're just learning how to move more strategically. You and somebody are learning how to move a little bit more strategic. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to feel very fortunate, to you and somebody going to feel very fortunate to have come together and really learn how to really kind of encourage and pour into each other's energy and like really strengthen each other's gifts. That's what I'm seeing for you all. You and somebody coming together and really, really learn how to strengthen each other's gifts. So let's see what else we got. Scorpio. So that's what you can look out for. Make sure your water is filled first. That's your moon sign. And you can go straight to Google after you pull your birth chart. Link below in the description. And just type in how to nurture whatever your moon sign is for your gender. There it is. Do something for yourself every single day. A lot of times it doesn't even cost any money. And stop invoking nightmares. Talking about, these types of energies right here. So here we have, you just leave them behind. But you're healing from the pain that some energies cause. And so back straight, walk away. Somebody regrets lying to you, but much better lies ahead. And here we have, it's time to close out the cycle in love. But he apologizes for betraying you. And so toss something into a burner bowl and keep it stepping forward. Here we have, don't even give yourself a headache over it. So it's time to start dating again for somebody. It's just time to relax. Relax. But some people are amongst the incubi and succubi. You all know what those are. But the angel of prophecy and wisdom is with you. And so it's time to do a sacral chakra cleanse. And some people are in a crisis right now. They want to call you, but they haven't changed. Right? So move in silence and move in peace. And so at what age did your parents work on their shadow self? And at what age did you work on your shadow self? One of the things I feel like somebody is kind of missing here in the cards and it's really about your emotional brilliance, Scorpios, is that a lot of times you all actually, without even knowing it, how can I word this? I'm thinking about some Scorpios in my family who I just think about the way that you all. You all have a way of knowing how to, without knowing how you're doing it, you all have a way of, it's like if somebody is praying about something, you all have a way of saying, like God will put it in your mouth. I just need to say, so you all have to know what I'm saying. Like you have to know what I'm saying. Like, you could be talking to somebody. No, let me say, okay. You all could be. All I can say is that if I had not personally come across some absolutely brilliant Scorpios in my life, that's why when people start saying, "Oh, I dated a Scorpio, I did this," I'm like, "Okay, nah, we're not talking about those Scorpios." You, I feel like there are people who have had bad experiences with, and those are, people's feelings are valid. But I'm talking about people who are so in tune with their gifts, in a positive way, in a very positive, helpful way. I'm just trying to see how I can word it though, because it's a scenario that's popping up in my spirit right now, and I'm just trying to say it. Like, I feel like it's two energies. You and somebody have experienced. It's like y'all are in parallel universes. You and somebody have experienced. You and somebody is a high priestess energy. Y'all have experienced parallel with dealing with people who want to be a part of something, because I feel like y'all have crossed in a spirit sense, right, without knowing it. It's like they saw themselves in you, you saw yourselves in them. Hmm. But something you said to somebody cracked a code for them, if that makes any sense. Like, somebody could have said, Scorpio said such and such about me. Like, they could have said, Scorpio said something to me about whatever. And they could have said it to somebody that says, that's exactly what it is. They couldn't put their finger on it until somebody says, Scorpio told me this about myself. And people couldn't figure it out until that's what it is. It's like, ding, Scorpio hit the nail on the head, if that makes sense to somebody. So I need y'all to keep our water full, for real, because you're going through a metamorphosis. You're going through a very powerful transformation. And your water really is shaped and guided by the earth that surrounds it. And so if you're around a bunch of toxicity, I don't care how much depth of emotion y'all can handle. I don't care, I know you all can handle a lot emotionally, but the way Source is trying to use you all and trying to help people, you need to keep your water flushed out every day, like for real. Like, it needs to be circulation of water so that you're not missing anything. Because again, it's not even just about money. Pentacles is not just about money. It's about wealth, but it's also about, you'll be able to be so in tune with who actually wants to be a part of something and who doesn't. Like, some people are just independent. They don't really want to be a part of anything. They're just like, they just kind of out here just doing their thing. And they really just know they value themselves that way. And they cool, just cool people. Right, but then you have some people, they'll do anything to be a part of something. So you tell them anything. You can tell them that you like sprinkling powdered cheese on your eggs, and they'll go take that and make it salacious gossip. And you just like, okay, what? So you gotta be real careful. Keep your water full. Keep your water full. So I see you moving on to childlike faith. But here we have flower crown. Number 12, wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it is your birthright and is eternal like the soul. Yep. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what else we have going on. Let's see what else we have going on. But yeah, somebody's on the other side of all of this stuff. You're going to feel very fortunate, so very, very fortunate. Here we have change. So when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroad in your own evolution. There it is. All right. Yeah. Like I said, you got a lot of people who really don't want to be a part of stuff. They already a part of the conversation. They ain't trying to be a part of the more conversation. They already a part of the conversation without even trying to be a part of the conversation. And so you'll be able to tell the difference moving forward. 14, I am practical. So you are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you're wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time and attention and efforts are meaningful. 14, so it's a pivotal point in your lives. Here's the question for the moon in Pisces. First question is, could you keep opening up and breaking through the walls of protection and defense to heal your deepest wounds with love? Second question is, could you immerse yourself in gentleness and compassion in order to receive and channel true love? Third question is, could you become more connected to universal unconditional love? Fourth question, excuse me, can you create healthy boundaries so that you don't take on others' energy? And that's the key, is you don't want to be contaminated being around a bunch of immature, gossipy type of spirits, so that you don't, like, I don't know who to trust. Like, I don't know who I can tell what to, right? And then last but not least is, do you clean and replenish your energy daily? So like I said, you got some good news coming across your path, possibly in love for somebody, and sources already accepted. Sources already approved it. It was already approved, and helps you live a balanced out life that's going to make you very wealthy, not only in creativity and knowledge and all of this other stuff, knowledge and wisdom, but also sources getting you away from mask wearing people who are living above their means, who are trying to impress people that don't even like them. Sources trying to get you out of that nightmare. So yeah, you got some good news coming across your path. So just tap into source within you. That's what I have for you. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.